Do. Okay, we can start now. Hi, my name is Debbie. I'm Deb's Destiny at Ravelry and YouTube. We are the Never Cast Off podcast, and this is Sheila.
Hi, Blue Yarn Always on social media. And this is May 8th, episode 64.
It is. It is.
This is our little slice of a knitting crochet fiber podcast.
Yes, so thank you for joining us. Very nice to have you sitting there looking at us.
Yes, and we're coming to you from Michigan.
We are.
Where it's cold and rainy. Well, it was rainy.
Yeah, now it's just cold and sunny.
You can't win here. At least there's no snow.
I have to cover my flowers.
They had a frost thing that came over my phone. I'm like, what the heck?
Yep.
A frost warning?
Yep, last night and tonight.
Yep. I'm like, okay, that's just
wrong.
That's just wrong.
For May 8th, it's wrong.
Yeah.
It's just not, it's not right.
Mm-mm. But for our morning announcements, we only have
Good morning.
two morning announcements. So we've been contacted by the fiber pusher, Benita.
Hi, Benita.
Yep. She does all the math, the scoring, the figures, and everything. And she's told us who the biggest loser is for April.
Oh, drum roll.
We could wait till the end. No,
or just like in the middle. We could just...
That's mean.
You have to watch the whole thing. We're not telling you when we're going to do it.
So this person has won a $25 credit to Lady Furnicle Creations on Etsy. And the April winner is...
Ange in the East.
Congratulations. You are the biggest loser for April.
Yep. Congrats.
But we got the top three. So right behind Ange in the East is Linda, who's cello dancer.
Yes.
She's creeping up behind, and she's in number 2 spot. And number 3, we have Simona Maloney.
Yes.
And she is in the 3rd spot.
Congrats to all you guys. You guys are so inspiring.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Do you see some of the stuff in there?
I haven't checked the past week. I'm sorry.
I like the socks.
Amazing.
There's a pair of socks in there that are really cool. I think they're done by the girl who does junk yarn.
Okay.
But they're really cool looking socks, but everything looks nice. It's all that spinning Karen's doing, and it looks really nice. But we were given the top 3 by Benita Story. So for May, you want to go over to the Fiber Pusher podcast group, and you want to post all your finished items in her thread for the month of May, and she has a prize over there. And Debbie just told me what the prize is for June.
For June, for us.
For June, for us, which we'll probably let you know a little bit later, maybe. But we already have that prize figured out. Debbie has a prize figured out for June.
We have a pattern or a really cool designer, and we just need to have one more conversation, and then it's almost a done deal, but until it's like 100% done, I'm like 99.99%. You know, I mean, it's okay, but I just want one more conversation or email before I want to announce it. So we have a really awesome designer that's going to give us a pattern for the winner. And then we also have...
now, this is for June. So you can start prepping now to start knitting and crocheting like a mad fool.
And this one is Plymouth Yarn Kudo. And so we have 2 of them.
See, we're fattening them up. They're trying to be the biggest loser.
Yeah,
and we're fattening them up.
It's only...
190.
100 grams. Well, 200 grams because it's 2 skeins. 2. Just 2. And it's cotton, rayon, and silk. So soft.
That's your favorite, silk.
Yeah, I like silk and cotton.
That'll be really nice.
Yeah.
So the Ange in the East, you need to PM me that you know you won, and I will get you in contact so you can spend your $25 credit at Lady Furnicle Creations on Etsy.
That's so cool.
Yes.
She's got such beautiful stuff.
Yes, she does. And we also have going co-hosting Doris of the Knit and Pro podcast.
Hi, Doris.
Was doing a market bag along, Cal, and I asked if we could get in on that, and we are co-hosting with her.
Whee!
So this is either knit or crocheted market bags, because who doesn't need a market bag? Because you're going to go shopping at the vegetable stands and things like that. So that ends May 15th. So there's a thread in the group for that. You can double dip. Be a member of the group here, and you can go over to the Knit and Purl podcast group, and you could post your finished bag over there. Be a member of the group. The rules are very simple. They're both exactly the same. I copied Doris's rules. The pattern, the prize is a $6 giftable US pattern from Ravelry. So you have till May 15th to get in your market bag. And they're pretty easy to whip up, especially if you got some cotton laying around the house and you're a crocheter. It's a lot quicker to crochet a market bag than it is to knit a market bag.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
It's faster, and it's going to use a little bit more yarn, but it's going to be sturdier.
That's okay, because if you're in the Biggest Loser, you can post it for the Biggest Loser too.
Whoa!
You can hold a double.
Triple dipping.
You could triple dip.
Okay.
You could triple dip. So that is.
And if you don't know what we mean by double or triple dip, it's just we're using the same item for multiple different possible prices.
Yep. In different groups. So make sure you check the rules too, because the Biggest Loser, there is a thread for the rules for there. But if you can, get in on the market bag along, and that's with the Knit and Purl podcast group, Doris.
Okay.
And I think that is it for morning announcements.
Okay, well, there's just one more little thing. We talk about your cat sometimes, and your cat's made a guest appearance on occasion. And sometimes, you know, I've told Sheila stories about how my cat likes to take like little stuffed animals and stuff it in her mouth and meow meow and carry it all over the place and that. So I found my Aflac ducks.
Oh my gosh, is that cute?
When I used to do Aflac, and so this is a baby, and I know it works. It does. I'm not hitting it right. I know
is it a keychain you used to give those to people?
Yes, when I was selling Aflac.
That's the little duck in the boat that quacks.
Yeah, but it's not squeaking for me. Aflac.
So this is the toy that your cats play with?
Well, I mean, you just never know. I mean, it's one for your cat.
Oh my gosh, she's a yarn person. She likes to bite my yarn.
So I mean, if you really wanted to, you could cut that part off and then
the string.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, whatever you want, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it's broken.
Yeah, maybe there's no more sound left in it. It's all Aflacked out.
Yeah, I mean,
how cute is that?
Yeah.
Got a little
so I brought that for your kitty.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. And it's so cute. Alrighty, she's got something to play with later.
There you go. Your cat has a toy.
Keep her eye off the yarn.
Okay.
So, any escapees?
Yes.
Okay, tell.
I missed last month by just like a few days.
Posting it in Benita's group?
In our group, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. We had it for
so
April.
I got to post it in her group.
This for May?
Yeah.
And it's all done.
It is.
It's very soft.
It's Jong. Jong.
It's very soft.
This is the pattern. It's free on Ravelry. It was a brain dead, easy pattern.
How can a sweater be brain dead to knit?
Okay. There is, when you get used to where all of the increases are. And then when you get past the increases and you do here, you get to here, this is just straight knitting.
And it's all garter? It's a garter sweater?
Straight knitting. Straight knitting. This is the first time I've worked with, pencil roving. It just made it like airy, and it's so light and fluffy. It is so fluffy, and it's just beautiful.
Is this heavy to wear?
No. It's, I weighed it for the Biggest Loser. It was 667 grams. But
holy smoly, that's a lot.
Yeah. And I ended up seeing I wore it for a class presentation,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm like, you know what? When it was sitting out at the store for so long, it ended up the last layer of yarn on the outside, it ended up getting this weird hue to it that was not equal to the rest of the yarn, and it has little stripes in it, and that just drive me up a wall.
Really?
So, like right here.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
hard to see unless you're looking for it.
Is it because you say
And-
that got like sunburned or sun bleached or
It's like dirt though, so I thought
it would wash out?
I thought it would wash right out. So I soaked it, and then I'm like, oh no, I have to wear it tomorrow. How am I gonna dry it? I'm like, oh my goodness. But I did. I had so many wet towels, it wasn't even funny. And then I put it up, and then I woke up the next morning. I'm like, help to my knitters. And one of them said, put a fan on it. I'm like, good idea.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I
to dry.
did, and it worked. And just washing it once, I think it grew this much the first wash for the length of it.
Do you like it like that? Longer?
I made it. Okay, this is garter. It's gonna grow.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what you do, it's gonna grow. So I made it a little bit shorter than I wanted, both in the arms and the here.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't want it to
Because
be
you got to wear a shirt underneath it, or another, or a sweater, or another shirt.
And let's see if I can. It's almost long enough in the arms now, which I thought it would take a little bit longer. But I mean, it's so light, and I just love wearing this with
Is it the only pencil roving that you bought? Or that you
No.
have? You have more pencil roving?
But not enough to make another one.
No.
No.
So you would have to modify somewhere different yarn to interpret it in.
Yeah, I have a little bit more of this color, and I have some brown. If I add the two of them together, I have enough.
Oh.
But do I want to do this in brown in the same jacket? I guess I could, but...
Couldn't you dye the pencil roving?
Could I dye this? Sure.
No, the pencil roving that you already have. The peach.
Yes.
Dye it a different color?
Yeah, you could...
Then you have two jackets.
Well, there's only like 1.5 of the peach left.
Oh. That's not
So
a lot.
it would be, if I added it to the brown, it would be enough to make another jacket.
Okay.
But do I want to have the same jacket, or do I want to have a different jacket? Don't know.
You don't want two of the same?
I don't know.
Wouldn't be so bad. I mean, different colors. Stripe it or...
I love this jacket. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So it's, yeah, so, oops, trying to, so I made it, it's getting, it was like right about there when I first did it. So now it's getting longer. So it looks like it's just short right now, but it's okay. So
It looks good.
and it's beautiful. It's a wonderful thing.
It's nice.
It's wonderful. Thank you.
Nice, nice, nice.
If you look at the positive ease that is shown on the skinny model, it's not exactly the same way for me. So if you're not a skinny thing, a way for this is to add, they have repeat patterns, add an extra set of repeats, or if you use like thinner yarn than they did, add 1 or 2, depending on what you need.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
But I mean, it's great. It's like one of the, I can't remember the name of this. The name's evading me. Raglan style. So it starts from the top. You can try it on as you go. And that's how, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is going to be long enough. I can do the arm now. So
That's not bad at all.
yeah,
Then.
it's so easy. You can do this.
Yeah,
Easy.
there's so
Okay.
many things I want to make. Oh my gosh. There's so many things I want to make, but yeah. I don't know. Maybe I have to dig out my bulky or see if I got bulky. I'm not sure if I have bulky yarn.
Yeah,
or if I have
probably-
worsted, I'll use 2 skeins together.
Which this is, you see, you can't see through these.
They're not
beautiful.
They're not see-through bags.
I'm like trying to grab them. Okay, so I'm trying to make one, but this one I'm modifying heavily from the pattern. It's going to be very different than Jung. But what I'm doing with this one is it is worsted, and I am holding it double.
Two together?
Yeah. This is the llama silk.
Llama silk. Oh my gosh, that'll be nice.
Yeah, it'll be stinky. I'm not sure.
Put it in a good, nice silk.
Yeah.
That might do it.
So,
this is the top?
Yeah.
The collar?
I'm gonna, instead of being garter, I'm gonna make it stocking net. And,
it's very nice.
Yeah. And I'm making it, I'm not doing the increase as fast as this one. This one, they started doing increases right away. I wanted to give it a little bit more of a collar. Just
you got the tag for the yarn? No. Or is it just got the yarns in there? If you want to know what this brand is, just PM Debbie. It's very nice though. It's pretty. It shows the stitches really well. It does.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
It does show the stitches very well.
I'm still debating if I want to switch to like some sort of a
button band.
Not a button band. This is going to be like the oversized like this, where so but like a braid, a little baby braid on the corner. But I didn't start from the top, so it might be awkward to just start here. Maybe I'll just start it over again. I don't know.
It's very nice. So it'd be second sweater. So you're in a sweater mode.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to work for the summer, because in the summer it's like, oh, I don't want to sit under a sweater, it's too hot. But it's not today. Freeze warning out there, man.
I know, there is. It's just
May.
Not
darn it. Okay, what do you got?
I only have little things.
Yeah, but they're so darling.
I have, what is this? This is a free patterns. So mini red stocking, because I'm teaching Christmas in July at the yarn shop. So I got to make little samples. So, and of course, this is made out of bulky yarn.
That's so darling.
Yeah, ain't that cute? So technically, it's a little stocking, but if you modify this pattern, which it's 13 rows, and you have to seam, they're seaming. So this was really, really easy here. And then the other one I made, which I thought that one was fun, is, I think it was called the flat Christmas tree bauble. It was not made flat.
Yeah, I thought it was a bead.
From the garden.
I thought it was a bead.
It's the flat Christmas tree bauble, but this was not made flat. I'm thinking I had to seam it together. You did not. You start from here, you work your way up, you stuff it, blah, 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 and then put the top on. But I made this with bulky yarn, so maybe that's why the ornament looks so big. But it's a Christmas ornament. So it's just another Christmas.
You just need to swap that out for like green and
the top part.
Yeah, and then put some like vegetable thing looking at it. Yeah,
it looks like a beet. I got beets hanging on my tree. The other thing I made was that little bag. I think it was called something. I made this when I went to the lake house with our friend Philly, and this is just that little bag. So I finished it. She came over 2 weeks ago, and she told me how to Kitchener it closed. She wouldn't do it for me. So I Kitchenered it, and I hate Kitchenering. But it come out pretty good. You can't really see. And then I didn't want to do an I-cord, so I cheated, and I crocheted a tie strap.
You did very good.
Yeah, Philly's a good teacher. So that was my Kitchenering.
Yeah, but you're also really good at different types of cast on and bind offs.
I like seaming. I like that mattress stitch. I like seaming.
She did a
because I know that your sweater is almost done. All the pieces.
Ooh.
So I have to seam them all. So I'm going to have to seam up the sides, the front, the shoulders, and then the arms. And then I am going to have to pick up everything from the band because my mom can't pick it up. So I'm going to pick up all the stitches, and then she's going to do the button band or the band for the kimono jacket.
Yeah.
Because it's like a 4 or 5 inch band. So yeah, pretty soon she'll be calling me going, you need to sew this together. Like, okay, I will sew it together.
Her stitches are so exact.
I really like doing it. I did finish, I know it's not even winter time, right? But I did finish this. It is the Art Deco Warmer by Kristen Solifus Clay. And this is out of Crochet World. Is that the new one? February 2017. And this is what it looks like. I thought it was so cute. So I dyed this yarn over the winter.
And it's hand-dyed yarn? Oh my gosh.
This is hand-dyed yarn. Yep. Because this right here, I dyed this yarn here also. Oops, sorry. And this is going to be the hat. And I found a bee hat that I like, a honeycomb hat. But, so this is it here.
That's so
it's
soft.
not, I have to sew it in because my mom is not here. But, yeah, basically, I'm going to lay on the shoulders. And then I got 2 tabs down here because I wasn't interested in 4 tabs. So there's 2 tabs here. So I have to purchase or get, well, I don't have to purchase some buttons, but get some buttons and attach them right here. You can't really see because the color variance. But basically this is done. It just needs
so pretty.
2 buttons. And then with this is going to be the hat. I think it'll match. But yeah, this is a very easy pattern if you're like to crochet. They have it listed as an intermediate. But if you know how to crochet, it's not that hard. You're using a lot of triples. So, but they have it listed as an intermediate, which I know kind of deters a lot of people, but it wasn't that bad. And I got, that is it for escapees. So hanging on the wire.
Well, I already showed you one. And the other one. Oh. I'm starting this all over again.
What is it?
This is going to be the bottom, or no, the top.
What is that?
This one. And then I'm going to cast on here and make it into a shell.
Oh, this is with the blue one?
Yeah.
So the blue one's gone and now it's in brown.
Well, it's still
you
here.
Still got it. Okay.
Blue one didn't work. I ran out and I didn't have enough blue, and I just couldn't figure out what I wanted. And I know I have enough of this one. So
this is very soft.
Yeah, it's baby alpaca.
Oh, there you go.
It's Misty Alpaca, baby alpaca.
Baby alpaca. It's very soft. Very nice. So this is a pattern in progress.
Yeah.
Misty alpaca. Very nice.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get it so that I can finish it, but it's not finished yet.
Looks nice though. Yeah. It does look nice. I only have 2 things. So I started a market bag because we're doing a market bag haul. So what do? You make a market bag, right?
I forgot.
That's okay. So you remember those when we went to the auction? You guys can't see it, but there's 2 huge cones over there that probably weigh 10 pounds both together. See them over there?
Oh, yeah.
So we went to this auction and you get these big cones that are like as big as your upper thigh. And they're full of cotton or whatever they are. I don't know what they are. But yeah. I wound off 2 balls or 2 cakes. And it's double. So one of it is, this says cotton on the cone, And then this
Soft.
other says cotton rayon. So one's kind of bumpy, lumpy, it looks like. And then the other one is just the regular cotton.
It's very soft.
Yep. So I started a market bag, and this is, oh my goodness. Do I have the market bag pattern? No, I don't, but go look on my project page. So the concept is, this is crocheted now, is I'm going to crochet the market bag, and then I'm going to dye it.
Cool.
What do you think?
I think that's going to be fun.
I'm going to dye it. It's cotton,
So
though.
cotton and rayon?
I think so. So Benita
Rayon?
made a comment about how to dye it or what you need to dye it. So I'm going to look into that. But it's a natural color. It's crocheted. The pattern is free on Ravelry. It does not have a flat bottom. It's bottom that, although I do prefer a flat bottom, it does not. It's more of an envelope style. So I'm almost to the point where I can probably put some handles in, I think, because I don't want it too big. But it's very soft.
Extremely soft.
It's very, very soft. So yeah, hopefully I have this done before the 15th. Hopefully this is all I need and I don't have to wind off anymore. But I have, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I can, I'll maybe show next podcast how big those cones are. But it was like, what, you get a box and it's like $2
oh my gosh.
for like the cones.
They gave a bag and it was $2 for however many cones you can fit in a bag. And it was like just a Myers bag or, you know, one that you get from the store. And you can put as many as you can fit in there, $2. Go ahead, fill it up.
Yeah, oh yeah, yep, that was it.
Fill it up.
And then I dyed some linen and I don't know where I put it because I wanted to crochet, or sorry, knit this market bag, which is free on Ravelry, called Market Bag Collection.
Cool.
But I don't know where the linen is.
Oh no.
I dyed it. See, the cat, she's a biter. So I just can't leave yarn around like I did with my other cat because Tabitha would never bother nothing.
She was too old.
Well, no, even when I had her a long time, but this one here, man, she's just a biter. She sees your yarn and you look away and she's already cut it for you. She's already cut it for you. And I have found a couple skeins of yarn underneath my bed by where my alarm clock is. So I think she tried to jump up on the nightstand with it in her mouth and bring it on the bed because she does that. She'll bring us stuff like bottle caps, piece of paper, a little key thing. So you wake up and you got all this stuff laying all over the bed.
Well, now you're gonna.
I don't think she could get the skein of yarn up, so it fell and then it rolled underneath the bed.
She tried to jump and it
then it fell.
Happened? Okay.
Yeah, little pieces of material. It's like wake up in the morning and there's just like a little array of stuff.
My Missy, she's a female calico. She, we have too many little stuffed animals. And 2 nights ago, she got out about 15 of them. And literally, we were tripping over them at the same spot in the hall. I'm like, okay, this is a little bit much. Let me get these out. And then the next day, she only had like 3 out.
Oh my goodness. That's like hardly nothing.
Yeah, I know. What happened? You feeling okay? Yeah.
I still have the alfresco mitts that I'm working on for my daughter out of Lady Furnico Creations. And this is out of the Sea Foam colorway, and it's 50 gram ball super wash merino. Here you go. Here, it's still in here. I didn't take it on vacation with me, which, well, I will talk about that shortly, but yeah, it's still in there. So hopefully I get progress on these now that I'm home. And here's what I have for you. Debbie wanted minis from Cappy.
Yay!
So here are your mini skeins.
Yay!
4 mini skeins.
Awesome.
You are welcome.
So they're 2 ounces each. So
93 yards.
93. Wow.
93 yards. They're 20 grams. And you didn't get the sparkle, but yeah. These are really cool to do the gradients.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting them. And
yeah, these are amazing.
I might get a couple more, but just not today.
Yeah, these are really cool. So there's your minis, Missy.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Cabby.
You are welcome. And if you're interested in minis, go to the Yarn and I on Etsy, and you can pick up yourself some minis to dye.
She's got some beautiful yarn, but what's really cool is how good she is with dyeing, and she's willing to help you learn.
Yes.
And she talks about it in her podcast. So we highly recommend her podcast, and anything that you need, you can buy from her too. So that's something that is really cool.
Yeah. I stopped over her place today, and she was doing immersion dyeing. Cool. That is so interesting. And
really,
oh my God, it was just stunning. Just really? I mean, I didn't take notes or anything, but I was recording for her because it's hard to do it, and record.
Yeah.
So I was her camera person, because she's getting ready to go on vacation, and we're getting ready to do some kits that are going to come out June 3rd. So she's going to be the yarn dyer. But the way that the immersion dyeing is it's incredible. She's going to post a video. You should take a look at it. It's really interesting.
Okay.
It's nothing that I've seen.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And then just how she's just kind of she reminds me of you, when we're outside and you're dyeing and you're just squirts come that and squirts come that, and she's just go ahead, and you're just playing with it, just designing and doing swirling and doodling, and okay, I'm not a gifted color person, so that's why I bought the color chart thing.
Okay.
What colors go together and things like that, because I'm not too well at that. Not too well at all. I think that is all I have for hanging on the wire. So let's see. DIY anything?
I'm almost done with my school semester. Can you call that DIY?
Do it yourself. It doesn't relate to yarn.
Okay, so yeah, I have one more project and then I'm done. Then I'll be done with the semester.
I spun up 538 grams of wool, but I don't have the tags. So until I get the tags, then I'll show you guys. There was one braid or one fiber that I wasn't too thrilled about. I will not be getting that one again.
Do you remember what kind it was?
No, I don't, because there's 4 different kinds. I don't know. And you got anything for getting your knitting on? Getting your knitting on? Oh, the blue one. I recently was gifted a pattern from, I don't know if I should say because she didn't approve, but you know who you are. You gifted me a pattern, and I want to say thank you. I printed it out, and I just have to look for yarn. And it's a paper pattern on Ravelry. It's got a nice little story on it.
I think they gave me the same one. No, it's a little bit different.
And I also snagged up the Pistachio Falls Crescent Shawl by expressionsfiberart.com. It's a crocheted one.
Cool.
It was free for a limited time. Yeah, it is free. But I'm definitely going to make this. This is amazing. I don't know if you can see it in the back. It's a crocheted shawl. Look at that.
That's really pretty.
Yeah, that's crocheted. And then I don't know if I said, but I purchased this pattern. It's probably going to take me a year to do it. And I got a lot of Knit Picks palette. So it's called the Drop Stitch.
That's beautiful.
And look, there's the needle running through.
Oh my goodness.
It's by Marion Bullen. and it is a paid pattern on Ravelry. So this is what it looks like. Basically, here's your knitting needle, and you drop stitches, but it's your shawl. And then on here, this is a knitted pattern. I'm definitely going to make this. I think it's like, I don't know, 17 pages.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
the drop stitch.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't jumped into
this
that.
is a steeking one. It says, don't worry about knitting and cutting a steek. The pattern is very detailed and will guide you through it. So basically, you're going to knit this shawl and then you're going to cut it. I don't know where you're going to cut it. I haven't read every page and every word. But it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. So this will be a year-long project. And then I also got this as a free pattern too for crocheting. Crocheted moccasins. Those look so cool. I don't know who the designer is. Ain't those cool?
Very nice.
But that's what it's called on Ravelry. Crocheted moccasins. Yeah, this is very, very nice. All these patterns is like, oh my gosh, all these patterns are going through my head. What to make, what to do. Oh, and then I was gifted this by our friend Philly. I think it's a paid pattern on Ravelry. Or no, it's a free pattern on Ravelry. Oh no, it's from Barocco. It's called the Trista. Barocco yarns.
Clean lines, very nice.
So if it wasn't enough, she gave me the pattern. She gave me the yarn to make the pattern.
Very nice.
Modern cotton. Very nice. Very unexpected. This is very pretty. I like the color yellow. I think that might be my color. Maybe? I don't know. I know red's not my color. Red is not my color. So
you have a lovely tan.
I do. I was in Florida.
You were.
So I tried. So this is what happened. We went to Florida.
Okay.
We left early on Tuesday morning, and Jerry already had his game plan in case we were thrown off the plane of his demands. He already had his demands.
Oh no.
ready because of what's been going on in the airline. So he had his demands ready. His demands were $10,000 check and $100,000 miles. Those were his demands. Okay, so our flight leaves at 6:30 in the morning. Everybody's sleeping. No problem on that flight. We flew Spirit Airlines. We went to Fort Lauderdale. The resort was very nice. There was a lot of people down there that were either red or they were really white, so you knew they were from the north because they had no sun on their skin. You could tell all the vacationers from all the people who lived there and were walking the beach.
Okay.
Because either they were very fair-skinned and white or they were red as a tomato because they were sunburned.
Okay.
But it was nice. By 9 o'clock in the morning, you had to make the decision. Do I lay in the pool all day or go in the ocean, or do I sit in the air conditioning because it was already like 87 degrees?
Mm.
So we went in the pool, and it was like bath water. So we're like, okay, let's go in the lazy river. So we got an inner tube, went on the lazy river, and we were sweating so much we were sticking to the inner tube, floating around lazy river.
Oh no.
So it's like, okay, let's go in the ocean. So the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, it wasn't cold, but it was warm. You could walk out without getting a shiver and just keep on going. But it had a lot of white caps coming in, a lot of waves. So that was nice because it was refreshing and kept hitting you.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So I think and then we came back on Friday. And of course we didn't have any problems on that flight either. So Jerry didn't get his demands met for getting thrown off the airplane. But 2 things got taken off his bucket list.
If you guys know Jerry, it's so believable that he would do that.
He's like, if I got to give up my seat, he's like, I already know what I want.
Well, I don't think Spirit's the one doing that.
No, Well, they had another episode with Delta too.
Spirit has its issues, but
yeah, I mean, we didn't have any problem going or coming, maybe because it was early flights. But then Thursday he went parasailing, so he just loved it. He was 500 feet in the air, going over the Atlantic Ocean, bare feet. They took him up there for about 15 minutes. They charged him, I think, like $92, which wasn't bad. So there you go. He got 2 things checked off his bucket list: parasailing and a vacation in Florida.
Awesome.
Yeah, so basically we got up in the morning, we had breakfast, and put on our bathing suits, and we went to the beach area, and the fellas that worked at the resort dragged us out to lawn chairs and popped us in an umbrella.
Cool.
Sat out there for about 5 or 6 hours. Swam back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Got done with that. Went in, took a shower, washed all that salt water off. Oh, and then called an Uber car. Oh my God, that's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Uber. That is new to me. So,
okay, tell us about Uber.
Yeah, so yeah, instead of renting a car and spending a couple $100s, my daughter was like, Mom, you might want to consider Uber. So we did. And I think I spent a total of $90 on Uber rides.
Okay.
We had 2 women picked us up. We had 3 people that didn't speak English, but they already know where you're going because of the location on your cell phone. You tell them where you want to go and where you want to get picked up, and that's it.
Okay, nope. And then when they get it, it's in their language.
Yep.
Okay.
And then once they drop you off, I think they hit complete ride or something like that, and it automatically takes out of your bank account or your PayPal or something like that.
Okay.
So everybody drove nice. Everybody was courteous. We didn't have to wait more than, I think, 3 minutes for a car, because when you bring up the Uber app, it shows you all the cars that are in the area. Okay. And then within 1 minute, it'll say, Debbie's picking you up. She's in a red minivan. Her license plate is 1234567.
You told them my license plate number. I'm kidding. It's not that.
So then all of a sudden you see, here comes a red minivan, and then you would roll down the window. You'd be like, "Hi, are you here? For the Uber ride?" Yep. Oh, okay. Are you your name Debbie? Yep. And then you get in the car. You get in a stranger's car.
Wow. When we were growing up,
I know. Stay away from the strangers. Don't go in a stranger's car. Now there's Uber, and you're paying to get in a stranger's car.
Yeah.
You're actually paying them.
They have Uber over here too.
I know. They do. I Ubered to see how much it would cost Jerry to take Uber to work, and for one way it was $32.
Ooh. What? That's not bad. He's far.
I know, but on a daily basis it would cost him about $80 to go back and forth to work, because he drives like an hour. But yeah, the Uber thing was pretty amazing.
Finally it got hot.
Got hot. And then I did stay away from social media.
Oh, cool.
Except the WhatsApp. And if you travel out of the country, there's an app called the WhatsApp, and you can text and talk if you're on Wi-Fi, and it doesn't cost any money. So while I was in Florida, my daughter was in Ireland, and then she went to London. So that was the only thing I monitored on my telephone, was the WhatsApp, because there was a 5-hour time difference. So otherwise I didn't do anything except the last day. Then I went on Instagram and was looking at all the feeds and stuff like that. But I took 5 projects with me, and I didn't do any. I didn't knit on the plane, in a train, in the Uber car. I mean, I didn't knit or crochet.
Wow.
Anything. And I took 2 Tunisian. I took the tote bag. I took the mitts. I took like 5 projects, and I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I was holding virgin pina coladas, though, like on the beach, because it was so cold. I mean, they were cold to hold, but they melted like super fast. Like you had to drink them like in 30 minutes, or they'd be melted.
Wow. Okay.
It was so warm. It was warm.
I went to Florida as an adult for one day. It was like the most stressful trip that I'd ever done. Wouldn't wish it on anybody. but trying to see in my pattern. But I really didn't get to enjoy Florida or really get to see it that much. I'm like, please let me stay another day, but we just didn't have the money to stay longer. So
We even seen a cruise ship leave the port of Miami
woohoo.
because we were on the 10th floor of the hotel, and we actually seen the cruise ship coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So where we were from Fort Lauderdale, I guess it was clear enough we could see the cruise ship going out. And then on the last day, there was like this shelf storm. I posted on Instagram. Oh my God, I thought it was the Millennium Falcon. I'm sitting out on the balcony, and I wasn't even paying attention or whatever. I don't know what I was doing. And Jerry's like, oh my God, look at that. And I looked over, I'm like, oh my God, it looks like the Millennium Falcon. He's like, what's that? Like, it has to do with Star Wars. And I said, never mind. It was just like a black, like,
The clouds.
yeah, the
like
cloud, they're
okay.
like shelf clouds. And it was just like, it just sits and it just hovers. And then it just went right out into the ocean. It was really cool. It was really cool.
I need to put this down. I'm messing.
We had some good food there too. I had some really good veal parmesan at Nick's. It was really good. Seen a lot of new condos going up, $400,000.
Wow.
They're not even built yet.
Huh.
Oh my goodness. There's a lot of money there in Fort Lauderdale. Oh my goodness. A lot of.
It's a lot to do to make your own house. There's a lot of decisions. They make it special to the way that you want it, but there are so many choices that go into that. I mean, it's so much.
There was houses across the street from the water that had a 5-foot wall in front of their house.
Wow.
So when, I guess, the storms come in or whatever, like that water does not, unless it comes over. So there's all these walls in front of people's homes, and I'm looking at them and looking at them like, why are they there? Why are they there? And then I looked across the street, and of course there's the ocean. So if you're going to get a hurricane or a bad storm, and you're going to get all that water in, you know, and it's going to wash into the street or whatever, you don't want that coming into your home. And a lot of the homes were built to where they were like down like this. So you come up the driveway, so the home was up here, but they still had the wall right there.
Okay.
It was pretty interesting.
Cool.
It was really. I've never been to Fort Lauderdale. I used to live in Tampa and St. Petersburg when I was young.
Oh, cool.
And I've been to Daytona Beach, and I've been to Port Orange, and I've been to Miami, but never to Fort Lauderdale. But it was really nice there.
Isn't Fort Lauderdale right next to?
It's right above Miami.
Okay.
Kind of like.
Because when Mike went to rehab, he was in Delray Beach. Yeah, so it's probably not too far from where you are.
Probably not. Delray Beach. Could have been. Yeah, because Miami was further down, because that's where we boarded the cruise ship last year to go out on the cruise. But we were at the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood Airport, which was really small. Really small. But it was a nice trip. It's over with, and I am not a tomato, thank God. Jerry's a tomato. But you know what? When you don't want to put sunscreen on, suffer. Suffer. That's all I gotta say. Let's see. Oh, I did want to mention a couple podcasts that are new to me. So, the first one is They Knit Too. Those are two ladies, and I believe they're out of Maryland, and they are just lovely to watch. And the podcast on YouTube is called They Knit Too, and it's TOO. And then also I've been watching the Fibery Friends podcast, and they're out of London, and they're just on the other side of the Blue Water Bridge in Canada. There's a London.
Oh, London. Yeah. Okay, over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because there's a campground somewhere over there in London.
Pinery? Wait, no, that's not in London.
Because my dad would be like, I'm going to go take the camper to London. And I'm like, how are you going to do that? But it was up through Canada. So it's the Fiber Friends podcast. And it's three ladies, and they're just absolutely nice to watch. I did make a shop update on Thank God for Bags. So I have a few to show you in person. Otherwise, they're all posted. And I believe I've reached 500 followers on Instagram.
Whoa!
For Thank God for Bags. So next week I'm going to be doing a giveaway. So if you want to get in on that giveaway, follow Thank God for Bags on Instagram, because I really don't post too much of my Etsy business on my personal Instagram account. So the first one I got is this clock bag, and it's like the state clock. So it's got like Los Angeles, Louisiana, and it's got the nice charm pull there, the handle. And these are all cotton with the bottom. This one, I got Minnie Mouse here, and the little charm pulls the castle with some little polka dots on the inside. So cute. And then this one here, some positive sayings. And it feels a little like a canvas, and it's got a bright orange on the inside. And it also has a flat bottom, but with a little key pull there. And then I'm trying to restock as much as I can, because I was waiting on some charms to come in. So these are the big bags that are $27.50. So this is the Cancer one. And then they all have the Galaxy Night Sky on the inside, to where you can see there. So I'm trying to get these restocked, but there's a lot to restock. So it does take a little bit of time. And then again, I will have on June 3rd, I think 10 kits or 10 sets. It's going to be a project bag that I've made, and it's going to be a skein of yarn from the Yarn and I, and Cappy's going to take care of all of that. And those will be available June 3rd. I think she showed a sneak peek on her latest podcast of some of the fabrics. It's more of a canvas fabric, not necessarily a soft cotton. It's going to be more of a canvas, to where if you spill a little on it or something like that, just get a damp towel and just wipe it. Okay. So there'll be like 10 of them. There's more to come on that. Let's see. I think that's all I got from my notes. We got, no earthquake. We have our story for Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. Want to read? Sure. There you go. One we haven't got before. Number 68, if you have the book.
I don't know if we've read it or not, so I'm just going to go ahead. You already picked it.
Oh, yeah, we haven't read that one. Yeah.
Okay.
We have not read that one.
One of the saddest observations I've made centers around how reluctant many of us are to learn from the people closest to us, our parents, spouses, children, and friends. Children and friends. Rather than being open to learn, we close ourselves out of embarrassment. We close ourselves off out of embarrassment, fear, stubbornness, or pride. It's almost as if we say to ourselves, I've already learned all that I can or want to learn from this person, and there's nothing else I can or need to learn. Oh, dear goodness.
That sounds so familiar, don't it? That does sound familiar. I've heard people say that. I have. Anything they got to say, you know what I mean? I don't even know. Whatever. People don't want to learn.
I'm back in school because I love learning. I never want to stop.
But that's
learning.
Educational. That's not life learning. This is life learning. They're talking about life learning, because everybody can teach you something.
Yes. And seriously, that's so true. Even somebody that has like Down syndrome, they're amazing. And they have so much to offer this world. They have so much that that we might not see, and they're always so happy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're positive.
Yes. So
positive people are the best people.
Yeah, and there's just so much that we can learn from anybody.
Okay, so we sidetracked off.
Yeah.
Story.
But yeah, it's just like Down syndrome, that's a gift. And then autism, they think different. It's a gift, you know? Okay, anyways. So I've already learned all that I can or want to learn from this person. There's nothing else I can or need to learn. So we're refocusing there. Okay. It's sad because often the people closest to us know us the best. They are sometimes able to see ways in which we are acting in self-defeating manner and can offer very simple solutions. If we are too proud or stubborn to learn, we lose out on some wonderful simple ways to improve our lives. Oh my gosh, there's so many times Michael be doing something and I said, well, why don't you do it this way? It's so much easier. He's like, oh, I never thought of it.
See, that's how you're learning from others.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've tried to remain open to the suggestions of my friends and family. In fact, I have gone so far as to ask certain members of my family and a few of my friends, what are some of my blind spots? Not only does this make the person you are asking feel wanted and special, but you end up getting some terrific advice. It's such a simple shortcut for growth, yet almost no one uses it. All it takes is a little courage and humility and the ability to let go of your ego. This is especially true if you are in the habit of ignoring suggestions. Take them as criticism or tuning out certain members of your family. Imagine how shocked they will be when you ask them sincerely for their advice. Pick something that you feel the person whom you are asking is qualified to answer. Very good advice. For example, I often ask my father for advice on business. Even if he happens to give me a bit of a lecture, it's well worth it. The advice he gives usually prevents me from having to learn something the hard way. One of the presentations I did this week was on selective perception, or my small part of it. And it was all about how we individually see the world. And it's based off of our whole past life, our upbringing, and everything like that. So where somebody can say something simple and then somebody else takes it and they're like, what the heck are you talking about? I'm so offended. It's just different perspectives. So you need to be able to articulate what the perspectives are to be able to help the other person in that. But perspective is really, really amazing. And it just, when somebody else's selective perception interferes with my world, that, or anybody else's, that's when sparks can fly. But it's just trying to get past that to make sure that you're making the world a better place and not getting too uppity and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know somebody that anything I ask or inquire about, every answer is a defensive answer. Like, they're always on the attack. So those are the people I don't have a conversation with anymore.
Well,
because if I'm just trying to be nice and polite and every answer is snippy, or it's like, okay, well, maybe you really don't want to communicate with somebody.
And then that wouldn't be the person you ask, can you please help me understand how I can be a better person, or ask ask a business question if they don't know anything about business. Always try and think of the person that you're asking for, because if you ask the wrong person on the wrong day, you're going to get the wrong answer that really doesn't have much to do with you, but has to do with whatever their reality is for today or the moment. So definitely when you're looking to ask somebody for constructive criticism, make sure that they're able to give constructive criticism, and you're not just opening the door for insults.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the end of our podcast. And Ange in the East, you need to PM me. I know you watch.
Yeah. Okay, seriously, she's probably going to contact her within like 12 hours.
Yep, probably. This is Monday? So yeah, I'm going to put the video up. It's May 8th, so it doesn't take that long. Thank goodness I got good internet for right now.
But we are going to give you 30 days.
30 days. Yep, to get a hold of us.
Yeah. which is our normal. So
yeah.
that would be June 8th.
Yep. And then we're going to podcast again before Memorial Day, right?
Yes.
Yeah, before Memorial Day. So thanks for tuning in. If you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. We're a bi-weekly podcast, Knit, Crochet, and Spin. If you want to follow us on Instagram, the links are above on our YouTube channel. You can always get a hold of us on Ravelry or Instagram, or leave something in the YouTube channel comments. Is that about it?
I think so. Sounds good to me.
That's about it. And if you want to get in on another giveaway, follow Thank God for Bags, because I'm going to be doing a giveaway on Instagram.
Yep.
So get in on it. Have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.